Welcome my friends, Seven Gray here. I hope you're all having a fabulous day out there. Thank you for joining me for this episode. Today I am going to empty out the step van. I've decided to rent a storage unit and transfer everything from inside of here except for what I need for construction stuff. Empty it out and rebuild with a new layout for the step van. I've been doing all sorts of designs and sketches and layout ideas and brainstorming. I've driven up to just outside of Portland to Forest Grove to my sister's, and so I'm parked now in her driveway, and she's going to let me crash here for a couple of weeks while I try to reconstruct this. And I'm curious to see if my skills have gone up over this last year with the ability to build and my confidence level. I think it has. And so I suspect that things are going to go a lot easier and a lot quicker this time, but it'll be interesting to see if I still struggle or not. I have to say, I live the most interesting, crazy life. I just went to start up the step van just a second after I turned off the camera here, and there was not even a click, no start over, nothing. The voltmeter showing nothing, and it looks like the batteries are not giving power, or there's a disconnect to the batteries. Something is going on, and the step van is not starting. Let me show you what's going on. So I turned the key here, and no lights up here, which normally light up, and you can see down here the voltmeter is sitting down there at the bottom. So it's like the battery has become drained over the last 2 days since I've driven it. And I don't know why this would happen. When I last drove it, it started up just fine. Everything ran great. No problems at all, other than the wacky problem that was going on with the speedometer and the oil pressure gauge, which might be related to this. Maybe there's a short in there, something like that. I have no idea. But anyway, I'm going to do some diagnostic to figure out what in the world is going on. I'm not overly great with the voltmeter here, but the one thing I have figured out is how to use the voltage settings. So I've been checking the house batteries on occasion just to see what the voltage is on those, and I was doing that daily for several weeks. So I would put it in this mode and then connect the red to the positive and the black to the negative and do my test and see what the house battery was. So I'm good at doing that. What I've decided to do is check out this cigarette lighter, which should be supplying power. I want to make sure that I don't do like last time and touch the edge. But anyway, so I'm just going to stick this, I don't know positive or negative which one is in the center, but one is up here and then one is on the side, and see what it reads. It's reading 4.7, 4.8, and I think that that should be around 12 volts, or that means that the batteries are dead. So that's a clue or an indicator here that at least the system up to this point is not getting enough electricity. I'm going to go over and try to check directly at the batteries. As most of you know, in step vans, the batteries are usually, at least in my step van, underneath the steps. So there's a little flip-up lid down here, and then there's access to 2 batteries. Most diesels, I think, have 2 batteries, at least the commercial vehicles. So I open this up. You can see my 2 batteries here. One battery is a year old, the other came with the step van. I don't know how old it is, and I've had no problems with the batteries up until now, but I'm going to test those. I'm going to set down the camera so I can do this. Alright, so I'm just going to put it on one of the batteries and see what reading I get. That's probably not... okay, I'm getting 4.8, which is what I was getting off the cigarette lighter. I'm going to check the other battery, and also 4.8. And then I'm going to check across the 2 batteries, and from positive to negative, also 4.8. So it seems like 4.8 is the actual voltage of the batteries here. That's not a good sign. Been sitting here thinking about this. I'm no mechanical expert, as you all know, but if the batteries are 4.8, that means to me that they've dropped below the 50% mark, and that's not a good sign. Probably damaged the batteries. Well, I got it started, as you can see here. What I ended up doing was using the ACR, which is actually dead, and used a manual override to use the house batteries to get it started. So it's running right now, and it appears the alternator is charging, but there's some sort of major short somewhere in the system that's draining down the batteries. So I'm going to go ahead and head out to the storage unit right now. I've arrived at the storage unit. I just need to start unloading the step van, get things in there. My brother-in-law Merrill's coming down to help move a big mattress. And then I'm just going to try to start disassembling things, get them all in there so that tomorrow I can start into reconstructing the step van version 2.0. And back here is my storage unit, and it's partially full. That's not bad for $57, I think. So anyway, got it mostly filled up. My battery is dying. I need to get my batteries charged here. Anyway, that's all I have for this episode. Thank you for watching. Savor the moment. See you next episode.